Hello, unmute yourself, Naveed, Venkat, Chaitanya.
Sir,
What is copy constructor?
accept employee data from the user and the display data, sir.
Hey, that is program. I'm asking the concept of copy constructor.
Last 2 points, sir.
Huh? What is copy constructor?
After creating an object, we have pass a parameter, sir, to constructors.
Pass the object as a parameter to the constructor.
Pass object as a parameter.
Parameter to the constructor.
Pass create object, sir. Pass create object as a pass create object parameter as constructor. This is called as copy constructor.
Okay, today I'm going to talk about private constructor. Amit, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Are you getting clarity on that topics, or do you have any concerns?
No, sir, it's fine.
Okay. So first one is to implement constructor as private. To implement constructor as private. When you make your constructor as private, is it able to, it will allow you to create object outside the class? Will it allow you to create object outside the class? No. So how to overcome that? Okay. So here I'm trying to create a class. Father. Okay. When I create a class as father, I'm trying to create a constructor as private.
Sir, we are not able to see your screen.
Sorry.
We are not able to see your screen.
Are you able to see now?
Yes, I can see now.
Sorry. See, I created a father constructor as private. Okay. Now I'm trying to create object in program.cs file. Will it work or not? When I try to build, one failed. Now, what it is saying?
It's inaccessible due to its
Constructor
production.
is inaccessible due to protection
Its
level.
production level.
Why?
Because by default it's private in nature.
Because by default, this constructor is private. So, sir, how can I access a private constructor outside the class? For security reason, they make your classes private. Now, what I want to do, I want to create a static method here. What is static method? What is static method? From the very beginning of my session, I told you static method. What is static method? Static method is used to create memory dynamically. Create memory dynamically of that particular class. Create memory dynamically of that particular class. Particular class containing method. Containing method. Example, if I make public static void add. If I create a method like this, what will happen? This method, without creating object of the class, I can able to access this method. Without creating object of the class, I can able to access this method. It means that when you specifically say that a particular method is static, it will create dynamically. You no need to create a memory for that. At runtime, okay, it will create memory dynamically at runtime. Create memory dynamically at runtime. That is more important. You all understand? Venkat, Chaitanya,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Amit, Nitin,
Yes, sir.
Navid.
Yes, sir.
So, today extra. Who is Galaxy? Who is Galaxy A10? Hello? Who is Galaxy?
Komala, sir.
Okay. Are you not coming to class? Why you are joining online? What happened?
I have some work, sir.
Okay.
That's why I'm attending online classes.
That's okay. So now you understand, right? Static method is used to create memory dynamically at runtime of that particular class containing method. Class containing method which has been specified as static, which has been specified as static. So what I'm going to do here, if I want to create object of private class, what I'm going to do, private constructor, public, static. What is your return type? What is your return type here?
Void.
What I'm going to return from the static method?
Void.
See, method has 4 types, right? What are all they? What are all they? Guys, please speak. Otherwise, no use.
Method with parameters. Method with
Method?
parameters. With parameter.
With parameter and
Without parameter is also there.
with return type and without return type.
Yes, sir.
Or you got my point? So now a method, this here, I'm going to use Father is my return type. Father class is my return type. I'm marking method name as instance. Okay. I'm marking method name as instance. So this father class will expect a return. This father class will expect a return or not?
Yes, sir.
See, the first one is access specifier. This one is my access specifier. And static is a keyword which will help you to create memory dynamically at runtime. Father is a return type which I am providing. Instance is a class. Or sorry, method name. Instance is a method name under the father class. So here I'm going to declare one more variable, public static method you have to use. You should not use static variable you have to use. You should not use the normal variable. Okay, saying that father underscore father. Okay, so now come back here. I'm simply say underscore father is equal to new of father and then return underscore father. Will it work? So what I'm doing, I'm creating object within a class. I'm creating object within a same class. After creating the object, I'm returning the object to the other class. Are you got my point? Guys, please tell me, are you active or not? Unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. It's we're able to get it.
Okay. So, Komala, you got the point. See, the point here is
Yes, sir,
when
about
you make your classes, when you make your method as static, without creating an object, you can access this method. That is my first point. So what you can do, what is your do? Third point, without creating an object, creating an object, I need to access a method or variable using static keyword. That is my first point. Third point. Or you got my point? So without creating an object, I need to access a method or variable using a keyword called static. This is more important. I got my point. After creating a static, fourth one is in the static method. So how I'm going to create that method? What is my method name? I'm copying this. I'm copying this one, paste it in my notepad. After creating a method, fourth point is after creating a static method, we are trying to create object. We are trying to create an object in the same method of that particular same class. Trying to create an object in the static method for the same class father. Same class father. Have you got my point? Venkat, Amit, you all understand?
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay, now once the object is created, once object is created, we return the object to what? What I'm doing? We return the object to another class. We return the object to another class. another class just by using class name dot method name. Class name dot method name. Whatever the class name, it could be program, anything, it could be Chaitanya, it could be Narendra. Whatever your class name. If you write a static method in the class name, from the other class, I can directly use class name dot method name because I don't want to create an object. So now come back to the program.cs file. How I'm going to access underscore father dot. What happened? I can able to see an instance method here. Am I able to see an instance method which I created in a father class? Without creating object, I can able to access, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm going to use instance method. When you build the program, it will work. Now let's take a look of it. Let's run the program.
షేరింగ్
Now
వెళ్తామా షేరింగ్ మ్యాచ్ ఉందా
see here, it is calling a static method. It is calling a static method. It is calling a static method or not?
It is
And
calling it.
it's calling a constructor of the private class within the same class. Now object is coming. I got my point. Sir, can I use the same object? Can I use the same instance? Can I create another instance with another instance? I'm using another variable f1. So how many number of instances I'm creating? 2 different instances. Okay. So now I click a start program. Wait. Let me do one thing. Go to father.cs console.writeline of private constructor invoked so that you can understand. Private constructor invoked. I'm giving a simple logic here. And program.cs, I can put console.readline. Console.readline so that you can understand. See, point here is how many number of object it is creating, ma? How many number of object it is creating? Huh? 2.
2, right?
Okay, I'm creating a 2 object. See here, one more beauty I can explain. Console dot. I want to see how to differentiate one object to another object. For that, I'm using console.writeline underscore father dot. Underscore father dot. You see there is a get hash code. It's a method. Keep this in mind. I'll tell you there is a difference you can see in this particular method. Here I'm using 1. I'll tell you why I'm using this so that you can understand. When you run the program, first time, second time, You see there is a private constructor invoked, and then there is an hash code, and then you will have a private constructor invoked, and then you will have a hash code. Am I right or wrong? Whether these two hash codes are same or different? Whether
They are
these
different.
two, huh?
They are different.
Come again?
They are different, sir.
They are different. It means that the memory of the object will be different. The memory of the object will be different. So get hash code will return you. Get hash code will return you. Fourth point. Fifth point. Get hash code method will return the memory location space. Will return the memory location space. Okay. Now, how many objects I created so far? 2 objects. For what reason we created 2 objects? The signal was okay. Get hash code will return you the memory location space. Now, my point here is, sir, 6th point is, I don't want to create 2 memories for 2 variables. Right? I don't want to create 2 memory for 2 variables. 2 memory for 2 objects. Okay, that is my first point. Second thing is, I want to reuse the same memory for n number of times. How can I do that? That is my ultimate goal. See, right now you are having, whenever you create an object for 2 variables, you are getting 2 different hash codes. Amir, Komala, Venkat, Nitin. Everybody able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Will you all able to understand what I am
Yes,
doing?
sir.
Yes, sir.
I can understand.
Get hash code will return the memory location space. What happened? By using this method, you are getting 2 different hash codes because I'm using 2 different variables. But the instance method is same. Why the instance method is same? Every time you are going and creating an object. Every time you are going and creating an object. Instead, I'm telling, if one time it has been created, second time they need to use the same. For that, I'm going to simply write a small logic here. If underscore father is not equal to null, create object. Okay. I'm going to write a simple concept. I'm simply saying, if the father is equal to null, create object. If father not equal to null, you should not create object. Am I right or wrong? See, when you are coming for the first time, this father will create object. When you're coming for the second time, the father will not create object. So now what happened? Will this constructor will invoke 1 time or 2 times? Right. Object is already there. When you're calling for the second time, this constructor will not get invoked. I will show you. I'm calling a main method. Coming to the constructor for the first time. That's all. It is not calling the constructor for second time. It is using the same object. It is using the same object. Sir, it's seeing very difficult. So what I can do, I can use /n. Where I can use /n plus double quotes /n. Start program. Something wrong. Okay, leave it. Now you understand? Everybody clear? Hello,
Yes, sir.
Amit,
Yes, sir.
Navid, everybody able to clear?
Yes, sir.
Here, what happened is, let me explain in detail. I'm opening a Paint app. See, assume this is your father class object. Okay, this is your father class. Okay, now here you will have Narendra trying to create an object, Amit trying to create an object, Chaitanya try to create an object, Venkat try to create an object. Right? Whenever first time Narendra comes in, Narendra try to create an object. Narendra try to create an object. It will return. It will create an object and return. Similar fashion, it will try to create object and return. These memory will be different from each other. Guys, this memory will be different from each other. Hello? Online.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now what I'm planning to do, I don't want to create a different memory for different time. I want to create a single memory whenever a first user comes in. Okay, so now what I'm saying, I'm striking out this concept. Okay, I'm telling Venkat, you first go and create an object inside the class. Or you got my point? Whenever Navid comes to you, Navid will go and use this object. Navid will come and use the object. He is not creating another object, which is known as singleton pattern. What is singleton pattern, Ma? What is singleton pattern? Singleton pattern is nothing but nothing to create an object of a class, create an object for a class at the first time. At the first time. When you try to create second object, it will use the same memory. It will use the same memory instance. Same memory instance. This is nothing but singleton. Now you all understand what is singleton? Creating an object for a class at first time. When you create second object, it will use the same memory instance. That is what happening. I will show you. Programmatically, I can show you. I'm removing this. I'm putting a breakpoint of father instance class. Go to program.cs. Yes. Click on start. Listen carefully the code. Function F11. It is calling an instance method. First, it is checking the null of that particular class. You see here, the class is null. The object variable is null or not? When the object variable is null, it tries to go in, create a memory. Private constructor invoke, and it is created a memory. That is how you will get an hash method. You see here. Control Alt Q. You see there is a static member of father class, which is holding the father object. Or you got my point? So the father static member always holding a father object. Now it tried to return the same object to the father class. So when a user get hash code, Now you see what is the hash code you have? Keep that hash code 4610728. Are you able to see this? 461047. Are you able to see this? Now, function again F11. See, object is not null, which is already created. Object is not null, which is already created. So what I'm planning to do, I am reusing the same object. You got my point? And finally, I am returning. So that your object is same. Clear? Everybody? Everybody clear?
Yes, sir.
Naveed, Chaitanya,
Yes, sir.
Venkat, Tulasi or Kausalya? Komala, sorry. Everybody clear?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Fine. So this is called private constructor. So the main purpose of private constructor, the main purpose of private constructor is used to create a single object will be shared across all the variables, right? That is the main purpose. That is why you are making your class as private. I got my point. See, I will tell you this program, most of the interview they will ask. They'll give a white paper to you. They will ask you to write a singleton pattern. Okay. First thought is, what is singleton pattern? First thought, what you need to have in your mind. Singleton pattern, when I say, what is your first thought? What is your first thought? First thing is, I need to create a private constructor. That is my first thought. Right or wrong? When anyone asks you saying that write a program in singleton pattern, see, I conducted more than 200 to 300 people interviews in different companies. When I was in Cognizant, when I was in TCS, when I was in current company, when I was in Dun and Bradstreet, my very first question is, can you write a singleton pattern? There itself, I understand how strong you are in object oriented. If anybody asking you singleton pattern as an interview question, that guy is purely technical. Got it? Amit, Komala,
Yes, sir.
Chaitanya.
Yes,
So,
sir.
whenever anybody asks you to the singleton pattern, the first thing in your mind is, I need to create a private constructor. After that, second thing is, I need to create a static instance method. Static instance method to return as a class object. These 2 points is more important. These 2 points is more important. Sir, I have a question. Why I am declaring a variable as static? Why not I can declare the variable as normal? You should have a raise a question saying that, sir, why do I need a static here? I can remove this. Will it work? It will not work. It will not work. Why? Because static method will always contain contain static variable. Static method will always contain static variable. It will not allow non-static variable. It will not allow non-static variable. Now you all understand what is static? You all understand what is static? Chaitanya, others?
Yes, sir.
See, if you try to create object, it will not allow. See, it is showing. What is that? Object is required for non-static field or method or property. It is clearly saying, when I build it, it will throw an error. I'm sorry, Raf, something is happening in this. You see what it is saying? The object reference is required for non-static field of father class. Or you got my point? So always you need to use static as a variable if you are using that variable in static method. That is the thumb rule in RP. See, not RPM, in C#. Okay. You got my point? Everybody. So static method will always contain static variable. It will not allow non-static variable. And what is your fourth point? Check the variable is not equal to null. Check the which variable? Check the which variable? Online guys, check the which variable? Static variable is not variable is equal to null. And then create an object for the class. Create a object for the class. After creating object,
Hello, Chaitanya.
sorry, I'm back. Are you able to understand?
Yes, sir. Please share the screen, sir.
Yeah. So what happened? Check the static variable is equal and then create an object for the class. After creating an object, return the object variable. Return the object variable. That's all. Return the object variable. When you do this in your interview, they'll think that you are strong in object oriented. This is most important interview question. That is why I'm stressing more here. Or you got my point? Everybody? This is
Yes, sir.
80 to 90%. A guy is technical. He will definitely ask you this question. What is singleton pattern? Can you write a program in singleton pattern? What is my first thing? I need to create a private constructor. I need to create a static instance method which will return as a class as object. Static method will always contain only static variable. It will not allow non-static variable. Check the static variable is equal to null and then create object for the class. After creating the object, return the object variable. This is the singleton pattern. Any questions, any doubts? I'm done for
No, sir.
today. Amit,
No, sir.
Chaitanya,
No, sir.
Komala,
No, sir.
Naveed.
No, sir.
Thank you guys. Have a great day. We'll meet on Monday. We'll go for static constructor and then we go for inheritance by next week. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you.